In today's episode of Know Your History, we will be talking about the 1976 Nigerian coup d'etat, which took place on the 13th of February when a faction of armed forces officers, led by Lieutenant Colonel Bukar Sukadinka, attempted to overthrow the government of General Murtala Mohammed. Lieutenant Colonel Bukar Sukadinka was a Nigerian military officer who played a leading role in the 13th of February 1976 abortive military coup against the government of General Murtala Mohammed. Dinka had also participated in the Nigerian counter coup of 1966, which toppled the government of General Ironsi. The head of state, General Mohammed, along with his ADC, orderly and driver, on his way to work in a thin-skinned black Mercedes-Benz car without escorts. The unprotected car had slowed down at the junction in front of the Federal Secretariat in Ikoyi, Lagos, when a hit team led by Lieutenant Colonel Bukar Sukadinka and others casually strolled up and riddled it with bullets. Following confirmation of General Mohammed's death, Lieutenant Colonel Bukar Sukadinka, who had been up for most of the night drinking, then made a quick trip to the British High Commission, where he demanded to be put in touch with General Gowan in Britain. He allegedly left a message through Sir Martin Le Quen, saying Gowan should proceed to Togo and await further instructions. Then he returned, initially accompanied by 6 others, to Ikoyi to seize the radio station. Other hit teams simultaneously went after other key functionaries of the regime's trioca, namely the Chief of Staff, SHQ, Lieutenant General Olusegun Obasanjo, and the Army Chief, Lieutenant General T.Y. Danjuma. Just before 8:30 a.m., the following curious announcement was heard on Radio Nigeria. Good morning, fellow Nigerians. This is Lieutenant Colonel B.S. Dinka of the Nigerian Army calling. I bring you good tidings. General Mohammed's deficiency has been detected. His government is now overthrown by the young revolutionaries. Thank you. We are all together. When Danjuma got to the office and heard the radio broadcast, he held a brief war council with Colonels Bali and Babangida, then moved to Bonny Camp to coordinate the resistance. Babangida was sent on a motorcycle to Ikeya cantonment to get armored vehicles. Supported by these vehicles, he proceeded to Radio Nigeria, where he had a conversation with his close friend Dinka. Dinka's initial reaction to Babangida's arrival was to ask him if he came to play Chukwuma and Nwowo, with him drawing a historical parallel. With the negotiations between Colonel Conrad Nwowo on behalf of Ironsi and Major Patrick Nziagwu in Kaduna in January 1966. When shooting started, Dinka simply escaped past all the soldiers surrounding the building, as well as driving through numerous checkpoints on his way. As expected, mass arrests were made after the coup failed, not just of active duty and retired soldiers, but also civilians. Many important figures of the Gowan era were arrested and quizzed. After a 3-week manhunt, Dinka was arrested near Abakaliki in southeastern Nigeria on the 6th of March 1976. Following a court-martial, Lieutenant Colonel Dinka and another 38 military officers and civilians were executed by firing squad. The former military head of state General Yakubu Gowon, who had been overthrown by General Mohammed in July 1975, was implicated in the abortive coup by Dinka's testimony. The British government refused to extradite Gowon. Years later, Gowon was granted an official pardon by civilian President Shehu Shagari, and his rank of general and other benefits were fully restored in 1987 by General Ibrahim Babangida. General Mohammed was succeeded by Lieutenant General Olusegun Obasanjo. Then Colonel Ibrahim Babangida became a pop hero for supposedly flushing Dinka and his cohorts out of Radio Nigeria. Follow us on all our social media platforms at _twins official for more stories like this. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.